Hey guys, what is up? It's Demon, and today we are going to be watching My Little Pony Season 4, Episode 23, Inspiration Manifestation. I almost had difficulty saying that. In Inspiration Manifestation, well, inspiration, the artist in me immediately associates that word with rarity, because, you know, art and things along those lines definitely do take inspiration in order to take hold. Sorry, there's stuff going on in the background if you guys can hear that. So I'm assuming this is going to be a rarity episode. And, hopefully we get another fashion episode, because that, I want a fashion episode. I always want a fashion episode, but this time I really, really want it, because it's got my hopes all high. So, yeah, and she needs to design a line for a specific client, and she has no inspiration because she doesn't know anything about said client, and she goes on, like, a journey to Cantoline, or I guess, I don't know, I feel like it should be set in Manhattan, or maybe the Crystal Empire. We haven't seen that in a while. You know, maybe she goes over there and she tries to meet the client and get to know her or him, and it turns out the client is like a real big D-bag, and, you know, whatever. I don't know. I'm still kind of out of it. I'm still having an off day. Whatever. Okay, let's just get started before I keep making a fool of myself. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Happy music right off the bat, and there's Apple Bloom, and there's, oh, is that Thunder Lane and Rumble chilling out like brothers? Nice. Foal and Philly Bear. Oh, that was his parents. Oh, he has like footballs for his kitty mark. I saw that.
Just because the attendees are young doesn't mean they don't deserve my very best creative work. Why, this puppet theater is going to be the talk of the Foal and Philly Fair.
How could it not be? You're the one making it.
Aw, Spike.
But I couldn't have done it without the help of one of my dearest and most supportive friends. You are my favorite dragon.
Your favorite dragon?
I think it's the only dragon she actually knows, personally.
The work taxing beyond compare, but it will all be worth it.
Like how there's like a random boot
Words.
and a hoof
This
cuff.
is awful!
Awful?
Completely unusable.
Oh.
It doesn't travel. Oh, there's no room for my puppets. It appears I won't have a traveling puppet theater to use after all.
Well then, you've been
I
shamed.
don't know what that guy was talking about. This
It does
thing
seem a little
is
over the top.
Perfect.
I'm sorry. Oh. Okay. Kind of feel bad now. So, it is a rarity episode. I was right about that. I don't know. Puppets kind of make me uncomfortable. I'm not okay with puppets. Hi, Luna. We're getting close to the finale. I'm really excited about that. I am. I got like what? This is episode 23?
It's terrible. Simply terrible.
So that puppeteer didn't like your exquisitely crafted best puppet theater in the history of puppet theaters, puppet theater.
What? Okay, yeah. Just like, you know what, who cares?
I suppose I could.
Corey Powell and Megan McCarthy. Okay.
Oh, forget it, Spike. I'd never have something finished in time.
Oh god. Yes.
I wanted to leave my creative mark on the fair, and I failed. Miserably. And that makes me miserable.
To be honest, I wouldn't be grabbing the ice cream first. I'd be grabbing like the popcorn and the chips. I guess I'd have more of a savory taste.
There's
Well, I guess it depends on the ice cream.
Somewhere.
Actually, I just don't
Not
like the cold.
who, it's what?
Oh,
Like,
not
what can
this
help
again.
Perry make something in time for the fair? She really, really, really wants to make a creative contribution. She said I'm her favorite dragon, so it's up to me to come through for her in her time of need. There's gotta be some kind of spell that'll do the trick. Come on, help a dragon out.
Whoa.
Ugh, it's not for me. It's for Rarity. The one who made you that bow tie you like so much? Okay, I get it.
Actually, he's like talking.
I don't
Oh.
think we should use magic.
Well then. That's not threatening or sinister whatsoever. In case you guys couldn't tell, I was using sarcasm there. Oh, dang. Is it like a mental thing with him? Like, can he change it from using actual fire to using the magical fire? Or is it, oh wait, you guys already, I don't know. I don't know. Forget I said that. People are gonna start spamming the comments being like, it's the paper! Then I'm like, okay,
What?
I know that now.
To have it, it wouldn't be so easy to get.
Don't worry about it.
And it's covered in spikes. Like me.
Bad. Oh. Jesus. Spike!
Inspiration manifestation instantly brings ideas to life. I'm liking the looks of this one.
Really? Spike? I don't...
Rarity!
Leave me be. Can't you see how distraught, disappointed, and downtrodden I still am?
I like how her mane just gets wonderfully disheveled. Look at this. It's so glorious and beautiful.
Or word that the festival has been canceled. I don't think I'm interested.
Wish I could look that nice waking up.
Magic. Spike. Precious scale. I already have magic.
Ooh.
But not the kind that can help you create something in time for the fair. This can.
Does it not
I
look
suppose
threatening
it's
at all?
worth a try. From
Is it
in
just
the
me?
head to out in the world, every thought to action. Hold close this book, and through its spell you'll start a chain reaction, projecting forth whatever beauty you see. Only when true words are spoken will you finally be set free.
Did it work?
Dear.
There's only one way to find out.
Scary.
My! I thought about making this a much more beautiful spell book, and I have!
Oh. Well, there was only one spell. Oh, Jesus.
Dear, dear Spike! Here I was about to give up.
I don't know how comfortable I am with this.
Come through.
Like, I get it, the spell isn't a good thing, I got that, but I mean along the concept of
Find the puppeteer right away, so
you
that I
can't
can
make
provide the
something
most
out of something that
magic
wasn't there
spell
before, so this
imagined.
goes against so
Or
much logic.
Should I say that I've ever imagined?
Yeah, spell bad, moving on. It's just, unless she's pulling it out of some sort of pocket thing, that's what I've kind of figured it would be.
Miss Rarity, come to see the
Like-
show, I presume. You'll notice I had to make do in light of your recent failure to produce a functioning theater.
You're a douchebag. And your puppets suck.
Oh, but I think you'll find the new one I've created will be much more to your liking.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, it is gorgeous, but that was never the problem now, was it? Oh, well, this one does seem to travel.
You know, something tells me that this guy just,
Plenty
his
of
house is
room
filled with
for
puppets.
I say, Miss Rarity, I don't know how you managed to do so in such a short amount of time, but you seem to
Oh,
have
that was good.
yourself.
Like, his house is just filled with puppets. He has no social life whatsoever except for his puppets. And that bothers
As a
me.
matter of fact, she used a
The designer never reveals her tricks.
Okay, then. Oh, is that a Philly Scout? Yay!
Thank you again, Spike, for
I was a
being
Girl
such
Scout.
dear friend
It was
and
horrible.
finding this book for me.
Let's talk about something else now.
My pleasure. Well, guess I can return it now that the fair's over.
Oh, yes, of course. I've made my creative contribution as I'd hoped to do, and all is well. Then again, perhaps I should keep it just a scotch longer. You don't mind, do you, Spike?
Of course not. See you tomorrow. What? You'll keep it for a few more hours. No harm in that.
I guess. I mean, can she change ponies? I don't think so. I feel like there's a limit. At least as far as the show goes. Jesus.
Spike!
Ooh. Oh!
Glad you're here.
Wow.
Whoa.
I like how there's crazy music.
Are you okay?
Oh, I have never been better. This book you've given me is amazing. Why, I've been up all night just creating and creating and creating and creating. I've completed my fall line for the next 15 seasons.
Whoa.
Wow. But then I started thinking,
But what if
why
it goes out
stop
of
there?
whatever?
Oh,
Whatever.
Spike,
She's
I've always
crazy.
thought this town of ours could use a few beautifying upgrades. And with this book, I
What?
can make that happen with such ease. You will support me in this endeavor by letting me keep the book just a little longer?
Of course I will.
You see, it's
Maybe get
just...
a little breakfast before we get started.
No time for
I can tell Spike is being a little weirded out by it, but I got a feeling that he's not saying anything because it's rarity, you know?
You can just make things. Rarity?
Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Why, that cart hasn't an ounce of stylish flair.
Though the eye... Oh!
My eyes playing tricks on me again.
What in rhubarb pie just happened?
I don't know.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It's amazing.
I know the eyes
You
are
should
rather
ask Applejack
simplistic,
if she wants you to give all
but
the
it
Apple family cards a
really...
makeover.
Oh, I don't really think I need to ask permission, darling. Everyone loves surprises, especially when they're gorgeous ones.
You're right. Every
Well,
pony does love surprises.
We should
your
really tell
definition of
any
gorgeous and my
pony that it's
definition
me
of
who's
gorgeous are
behind
two
all the
entirely
fabulous
separate
changes I'll
things.
be making.
I mean, I'll admit the stuff that you make is rather beautiful, but I myself wouldn't wear it.
The three of us?
Huh?
You, me, and the book, of course. My marvelous, marvelous book.
Of course.
Promise me you won't say a word to any pony.
Carter.
I knew I could count on you, Spike. And I also know just what I want to do next.
Is the book sentient? Or
Take that and that.
like, I was thinking about that, and someone came into my room and I had to be quiet. But oh!
Get it off of me.
The color doesn't really suit her.
Thought Rainbow Dash could use a little more glamour. And now look at her.
I feel like she's more of a neutral type person. Like, black, whites, not really tans. I guess she could pull off a tan, but I personally don't like tans, so it affects my opinion. Moving on.
Wait for your favorite dragon.
Well, she can't really fly in that, though, can... Oh, ow.
La 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 la. There you go, Mr. Robin. Don't you look so content in your little house?
Oh.
Oh my goodness!
Whoa.
You're lost? No, not that way. That looks like that's a door to a bedroom.
Fly
Try
out the
that over
window.
there.
Fly out the
No,
window.
that's
If I was a
the
bird, I would be so happy.
shoe closet? Oh dear. Maybe try the
Ew.
staircase? Oh, no. The other staircase. Isn't it gorgeous?
It's probably the most beautiful birdhouse ever created.
Go on.
I'm just not sure how the bird feels about it.
What does a bird know about architectural design? What matters is what you think, Spike.
Well,
And you
If I was a
love it.
bird, I would be pretty happy with it, to be perfectly honest.
Of course I do.
But
It's
then
so
again, if I was a bird, I would probably have different priorities.
Rarity.
It is, isn't it?
You can see, look, he's getting weirded out and he's worried, which is nice. I like Spike in this episode for some weird reason. I mean, he's not, some of those fillies were the same fillies that were in Sweetie Belle's 5th birthday.
But it could use a touch of class, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's a child's birthday party. Oh. Ooh, oh. Oh. Oh.
This party doesn't even seem to have a proper theme.
Take that back. She can't change ponies. Is she teleporting them and switching them, or is she just literally changing them?
Maybe you should stop
I don't know.
You're right, Spike. There's so much to do elsewhere.
Right. Elsewhere.
Just one more little thing before we go.
Go. Oh, Octavia, hi.
Why, this party is certain to make the society page now. Won't Pinkie Pie be pleased? Happy day too, huh?
Jesus. That look.
I am simply buzzing with ideas. Simply buzzing.
That's great. But, you've been at this for a while now. How about you take a break? Give that brilliant mind of yours a rest.
Don't be silly. I'm not gonna stop now. Why, I won't stop until every inch of Ponyville has benefited from my creative vision.
I don't know how is alchemy a thing in this world?
You, Spike!
Oh. Okay then. What? Oh, ow. That looks freakishly uncomfortable.
Fabulous!
Can he eat that?
Because of you.
Anything for my favorite
I
dragon
mean,
and most supportive
looks to
friend.
be made out of gemstones.
There's so much more
Can
to
he
do.
eat that?
Oh no, not you too!
Oh.
What
Oh,
do
this
you
is like a
mean,
problem
not me
problem.
Oh, judging by that outfit, I thought for sure you...
What? This? I just wanted to try out a new look. You like?
Well, in
To
that
each his
case,
own.
have you seen any ponies suspicious around?
Nope. Princess Twilight, the gazebo has been turned into solid crystal, and 2 ponies are now trapped inside its walls.
Whoa. That's a bit dark. Like, I get the whole changing ponies things is dark too, but they actually said it out loud now. Things are bad.
But
Things
you're
are very
right,
bad.
Aloysius. I have to tell. And once I do, I can forget Rarity thinking of me as her most supportive friend. I
Oh,
can forget
Spike.
Rarity thinking of me as a friend at all.
Oh, Spike. I like Spike in this episode for some weird reason. Spike episodes normally... Oh, Jesus.
I can't do it. I promised I'd keep all of this between the 3 of us. Of course it's weird that she meant me, her, and the spellbook. But the spellbook! Of course!
Is this
If I
spellbook
moved it away
sentient?
from her, I bet
Like,
she
it's an
wouldn't be able to use
actual,
its
like,
magic anymore.
being? I don't...
Oh, come on! It's the perfect plan!
That would make sense, I
Just
suppose.
have to figure out which way she went.
Or maybe the spell itself is just... Oh.
I'm thinking she's headed this way.
Okay, now is the actual ground, or is it just, like, encased? Or, like, what? I don't know how does this... What? Okay, how does this affect the economy?
What do you think you're doing?
Me? I was just, basking in your creative radiance.
Oh, Spike, you do say the nicest things.
Thanks.
Now, where was I?
It's interesting seeing Rarity in this
Oh,
light.
yes.
'Cause-
Gold-plated rooftops for every pony!
Ugh.
Spike!
Uh,
I have just had the most
well, okay,
wonderful
that's one way to
idea.
solve your problem. I do...
Of
Alright
course
then.
you have. You're
Okay then.
Rarity.
My work here in Ponyville is nearly complete. Don't you think it's time the rest of Equestria benefited from my creative vision?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the problem isn't solved.
We go by chariot, or as everyone will soon be calling them, rariot.
Oh, yeah. We should definitely go by... How did you do that?
Why, whatever do you mean?
The book. I mean, you don't... It's gone. The book is gone.
Gone? Why, it's right there. I need my book, Spike! What have you done with my book?
Why would I do anything with your book? We're friends. It was probably the owl.
Being of some sort of spirit.
Wait.
I'm mumbling to myself, I'm sorry.
I don't seem to need it anymore, do I?
What?
Yes.
Is she possessed? Is some sort of dark being of unholy power just taking over her?
I'm so scared.
No.
Philadelphia, Canterlot. And there you'll be by my side, just as you've always been here in Ponyville. Your constant praise and adoration driving me to even greater heights until there isn't an inch of Equestria that hasn't been utterly transformed by my creative genius!
Whoa. Whoa. Jesus. It's kind of scary. And pretty,
No.
but scary.
What did you say?
I said no. You've been changing things, but you haven't been making them better. I should have told you the truth at the very beginning, but I didn't because I was trying to be a supportive friend.
Oh.
But instead, I let you become something awful.
Awful?
Whoa. The spell said something about true words and whatever. This. Oh. She.
What happened?
Rarity, you're okay?
I think so. Though by the looks of it, something quite terrifying has happened to Ponyville.
Jesus.
You haven't.
Me?
The last part of the spell.
Only when true words are spoken will you finally be set free.
Oh, yes, I was
The
right.
spell took over you and you wanted to change everything in Equestria. I was afraid to tell you how I really felt about it, but then I told you the truth.
Dearest Spike, you should never be afraid to tell me the truth. We're friends, remember?
He was afraid of losing that friendship, which
Today I learned how
yeah.
important it is to be honest with your friends when they're doing something that you don't think is right. A true friend knows that you're speaking up because you care about them.
Spike! Never.
Oh,
ever,
God.
Ever take another book out of the library at the castle without asking. Princess Cadence and Princess Luna have much better things to do than help me clean up Ponyville. Do you have any idea how hard it was to reverse that much dark magic?
Jesus. She's the element of magic, so for her to be complaining,
What?
I don't even want to
I'm
think
just
about
being
what Luna and
honest.
Cadence had to
It's
go
what
through.
good friends do.
You're not funny now. Ooh, Give me a minute. I loved this episode. I did. Well, I loved it and I didn't. In the beginning, I kind of felt like it was going to be meh-ish, you know? But towards the end, it really did shine, and I did love the episode. Especially, I found that moral to be pretty interesting, considering the fact that it feels like they touched on that moral. That does seem like the kind of lesson that they would teach several times, but the way they did it was very interesting, because, well, we know how Spike is very devoted and very loyal, and for it seems completely and totally in character, and I kind of feel as though, because you know how he is with Rarity, he kind of puts her on a podium a little bit because, you know, it's Rarity and there's a little bit of, you know, though it's one-sided, it's still there. And just, it would make sense to me that he would put this trust in Rarity not to take it too far. And so it makes sense that he would kind of let it get that bad. But of course he felt remorse for it at the end, like anybody would. Which I found was very nice and very pleasing. And plus, in the beginning, it honestly didn't seem like it would get that bad. Like, in the beginning, I was like, okay, you know, she's going to do this and nothing bad is actually going to happen. I thought that she was actually going to find, you know, quote unquote, a better opportunity, or whatever you want to call it, in some other city, and then the conflict would be, you know, she would have to move away from Ponyville or whatnot. But that's honestly what I thought would happen for like a couple of minutes there, but clearly that is not what happened. But it was very nice. For a Spike episode, I really loved it. I really loved the episode. So, not only that, but the animation was really good. And as for the visuals, it was very interesting to see that kind of stuff. Because, first off, from what happened, apparently she turned the dirt that made the ground, she turned it into gold or something like that. I don't know. So either way, that's pretty valuable considering. And how does that affect the economy? I mean, I would hate to be that person, but I would probably dig up quite a bit of that, or, you know, do something with it. I mean, just to turn it back into dirt. Alchemy is a thing. Why? What is? Someone needs to answer that. Because I always figured that whenever they teleported something into a room that wasn't there before, or wasn't like in, I thought they all had like weaker, more pathetic versions of whatever Celestia had whenever she turned Twilight into an alicorn, like a weird plane or a little pocket that they could put stuff in. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because it's like Urza Scarlet with her armor. You know, she has some armor in real life outside in a room, but it's just all of her armor is actually like in a little pocket thing. I don't know. That's what I always figured it was. You know, it's something like that. They can't just create something out of thin air, out of nothing. Because it goes against, you know, several laws that we have in the real world. But then again, it's a show of magical talking ponies. But they still have, like, basic stuff, you know? Basic ways of living. You need food and water to survive and whatnot, so I figured they would follow that rule. You know, you can turn a frog into an orange, but you kind of need a frog to turn into an orange, you know? You can't just create an orange. You know, whatever. Whatever. I'm done. I'm done. I'll play with you guys later.
She weaves through time, just on design, it's true.